Financial services, is it known for its integrity and trust with the public? It really isn't. There is a real chance now for small and disruptive businesses to build that trust again. This is such an exciting time for culture change within financial services. My name's Sam Smith and I'm founder and CEO of finnCap Group PLC. I studied economics and accounting at the University of Bristol and I graduated in 1995. One of the things we do is provide financial services, strategic advisory and capital raising services to growth companies, and we have a very wide spectrum of services which is broader than most others. But really underlying is this cultural piece of doing the right thing. Let's treat our staff properly, let's get them involved, let's get them equity, and let's really just treat our clients like we'd want to be treated. I was at Bristol for 3 years. I absolutely loved it. It was my top choice. I actually went for an interview at Cambridge and one of my questions was, why is Cambridge not your first choice? That interview didn't get me a place at Cambridge, but I always wanted to come to the University of Bristol. Coming across the Downs, going to the Avon Gorge, it was a really fun time where I probably got the confidence that I needed to start and set up the business. I left the University of Bristol and I joined KPMG straight away to study accountancy. Did 3 years there and realised very quickly when I got my ACA qualification that big companies weren't really for me, and took a job at JM Finn, which was a private client wealth manager. And what they wanted to do was set up a corporate finance function. They'd never done it before, and I decided it would be quite fun. 10 years later, I did a management buyout of that division and created finnCap, and we quoted on the London stock market in 2018. When I became CEO, it wasn't really a plan of mine or an aspiration 10 years before. Although I loved doing it, it was almost a bit by accident. But what I would say is bite-sized chunks of career growth, how you're going to get to the next stage, focus on that, but also challenging myself. So I very much believe everybody should get out the comfort zone. So one of my things that I absolutely hated was things like this. So speaking in public, I was petrified. My first speech, which I did to the Accountancy Institute at one lunch, I had 3 months of training and I was actually sick twice before I gave the speech. It was awful. When I got on stage, no one would have known, to the point now that I almost actually enjoy it, but that has taken a while. So I would say be absolutely open-minded and a very strong growth mindset about learning. It is difficult to get to the top. Everything is difficult, whether you're male or female. When I look back and I think, were some of those challenges because I was female? I'm sure they absolutely were. Things are getting a lot better, and I think more female role models, women in business generally, really will help give other people the confidence to keep going. The finance industry is at a really interesting point in time with lots of disruption going on, particularly with technology. And you've started to see, challenger banks turn up. FinTech has become a very big industry. If young people realise there is a way to create serious change for the good, particularly with this ESG angle and looking at the environment and how companies actually have good social impact. And I think the future is extremely bright because people want to work for companies that are doing the right thing. And that's why we need really good young people who have the qualifications but also have the ideas and are creative. And so we're at a time when things, I think, are going to change for the better and very, very fast.